All right, let's get to the hand now. Zoom in here. First, I'm just going to move around some points. When we first did our blocking model of the hand, we didn't have time to really dedicate to shaping out any of the geometry here. Things are looking a little bubbly here. I'm going to push in the palm here, grab some points on the thumb now, push that in. Just look around here, just round out some of these forms. After that, we're going to do two edge loop splits, one through the thumb and one through the knuckles. Grab here, another one here, and loop through them so we get more geometry for the thumb. I'm actually going to want one more edge loop through the knuckle area, so push those forward and do another edge loop right here. It's looking better, a little bit more geometry. Now I'm going to rotate the thumb into place. Oops. Grab it by points. Switch to rotate, rotate it at an angle a little bit. Now move the pivot point up so you can rotate it from the actual palm. Rotate it that way. Now look top down and rotate it a little forward. And just grab these points again and rotate it right there. Okay. We're going to leave it like that for right now. Get back to it after we finish the index finger. I'm going to go to the split poly tool now and split down the center of the index finger. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just did that to round out the form. We did basically similar thing on the toes and on the foot, so it makes sense that we would do the same thing here. Zoom in on the front of the finger, round out that form. Since it was originally just one face, now we can round out the two faces there. Let's do two edge loops right through the center of these two main joints. Like that. And now I'm going to do an edge loop around this joint, one around that one, and one at the base here. So I wanted 2 rows of extra edges around each joint of the finger. If you're ever going to deform this or just to even round out the shapes, it's better to have that. Push that up. Bring that in a little closer here and here. Push that up there. Just to get the subtleties of the rounding of the bottom side of the finger. Push up the joints on top. Round it out. Round it out there. Grab some points. Alright. Also, right at the joint areas, pull them out a little on the sides. Not a lot, just subtly. I mean, you can look at your own hand for reference if you want. But let's zoom in on the two faces right in the front. I'm going to extrude those out. Scale them in. Oops, too close. Rotate it just a little back. And extrude up again, and push it a little forward and scale that together. So we're creating the nail. Now we're going to do an edge loop right to the center there. Grab the points all the way across and scale it outward. Now just round out the form. Moving points. The bottom part's still looking a little flat even though we've rounded all that out. Bring that down right there. Okay. Now just round that bottom part out. A little flat here. Pull that up. Okay. Zoom out a little. Now let's take a look at the thumb. Do the same thing you did as the index finger. Do a loop there. And a loop there on either side of that joint, and one a little higher, right at the base. Let's zoom in on this. Grab the two faces for the nail, and extrude that in, and rotate it just a little back. The back of the nail goes in a little, and select them again. Whoops, move mode. Select again, extrude them out. Scale together and push it forward. And let's not forget the edge loop split through the center. Loop it, and grab the points, round it out. Do the front also. Okay, it's a little bubbly on the side, and here, round out the nail. Bring these points right here on the side. Oops, right there. Push that point. Grab these 2 points right there, push them in, push those in, push the one right in front of it in the center. Alright, let's take a look here. It's looking a little better. Still want to rotate around the thumb. There's still something that's a little off. I want the nail to be facing in towards the body. Right now it's facing straight up. So I'm going to grab these points, look at it from the perspective view, and switch the rotate and rotate it in the perspective view. So that's how we want the geometry to line up. But now you're seeing all those edges are all at an angle, askew. So here's a little trick. You can split poly and delete those, or you can select all those faces, go up into, see that? See the way they're not lined up anymore? Let's go up to polygons, triangulate, and now you've triangulated all those points except for that one didn't line up. Now you can go through and delete all your original edges, and the triangulated edges will line up perfectly to your geometry. Didn't think of that one, huh? A little saving work there. Come in handy anytime you want to twist geometry around. Okay, now the geometry of the thumb flows straight up to where I want it. Alright, now we're going to split off where we ended on the index finger up the hand. We're also going to do that for the other fingers, even though they're not there yet. So 4 splits right there. Same thing for the middle finger. 4 splits. Same thing for the index, ring finger, and also for the pinky. Okay. Now I'm going to delete these 2 edges that were at the base of the extrudes for the muscles on the arm, and delete that edge, and that one. Now we can carry up the edges on the ends of the fingers all the way up into the arm. First, let's spin these 2. So the flow is a little nicer there on the ends at the wrist. Now go to split poly, split that off to that corner, next one to that one, and onto there. That one lines up perfectly. Now that one. 2 more, that one, whoops, that one, and this one goes to the corner. So everything lines back up from the hand up into the arm. That's what we were trying to do for that part. And that worked out pretty good. Move around some points, make it look like the tendons are angling in from each finger. Pull up the knuckle areas a little. And now I'm going to grab the points in between and push those down a little. Next, let's look at the finger here. Let's go to the bottom side of the index. Snap, split twice. Don't go all the way. Split right there and stop. Now for the middle finger, do 3. Stop right there. Okay. And for the ring finger, go down 4. We're going to do the same thing at the bottom we did at the top. 4 for the pinky. And we're going to delete the edges right at the end. Let's spin these 2 first. Oops. Got all rotated around. Spin that one more time. So that's got a better flow now. Let me delete some edges now. Let me delete this edge and split there. We're going to split here to, oops, let's delete that edge first. Grab that edge, delete it. Split it to there. Split again, See now all those line up, but we still have the two from the index finger and the middle finger to figure out. Move around these points. Split this one all the way to that one. That works. Now we just have the index one. I can delete this edge and take the index one to that corner and take that one, carry it all the way down to our last edge right there. So all them lines